And now our final story is from the link between North and South America, Panama. And at first, Panama is evacuating an entire island off its Caribbean coast due to the growing climate crisis. Around 300 families are being forced to abandon their home due to rising sea levels. The residents who have lived on the island for over 200 years have now been shifted to Panama's mainland. This unprecedented event marks a critical moment in the global climate crisis scenario. Our next report explains this shocking development and how climate change continues to reshape the environmental landscape.
Around 300 families have called a tiny island off Panama's Caribbean coast their home for generations. Their lives have always revolved around the sea and tourism. Water was their lifeline, their sustenance, their joy. But now the very same water, once a source of life and prosperity, is becoming a force for their displacement, pushing them away from their beloved homeland, a place rich with 200 years of cultural heritage and memories. The indigenous Guna community faces a heartbreaking reality: evacuate or drown. They are being asked to leave their homeland where generations of their ancestors grew up, laughed and loved. This island, only 366 meters long and 137 meters wide, has been their world. Now they are preparing for an unimaginable change of moving to the mainland and abandoning everything they cherished. And the reason for this is the relentless march of climate change. Rising sea levels, a direct and devastating consequence of climate change, is making life on the island impossible. Experts warn that the islands, barely half a meter above sea level, will soon be completely submerged. The Gunas will be forced to leave all of their islands, perhaps within decades. Panama's government has relocated them to a place just 8 minutes away from their island, offering brand new houses. But these houses, despite their modern amenities, don't feel like home.
Since I was a child, I was always in contact with the sea. One looked from the island to the forest to the jungle. So now it will be the other way around. This is what I'm going to miss. Going in the water with my boat. My children probably won't do it because now we are going to be on the mainland.
Because where we live is in the very center of the island and the bathrooms are a 10-minute walk away. And the bathroom is not for one person, it is for maybe 15 to 20 people. And here, where they are giving us the house, we are happy because the bathrooms are going to be for us only.
Is the climate crisis that the world is experiencing. And obviously, among the effects of the climate crisis is the increase of the ocean levels of the seas, and this has forced us here in Panama to relocate the islanders to this urbanization.
Despite the gradual sinking of their island, some residents have chosen to stay until the last possible moment. They are refusing to abandon their homes until it's utterly unsafe, and the government respects their courage and decision. Year after year, the island endures the relentless forces of climate change. Strong winds in November and December whip up the sea, flooding streets and homes. The islanders have tried to hold back the sea with rocks and corals, but their efforts are futile against such overwhelming natural forces. These islanders have lived virtually pollution-free lives. Their contribution to climate change is nearly zero. They lead simple, sustainable lives, unlike the giant cities that choke on their own emissions. Yet it is they who are paying the highest price for a crisis they did not cause. The plight of the Guna community is an urgent reminder that climate change is real, and its most devastating impacts are being felt by those who are least responsible.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Confused by the barrage of numbers, deafened by the chorus of experts, disoriented by the flying graphics? Don't worry, we've got you covered. On Firstpost, we're keeping things simple. The most important seats, the high-profile candidates, and the most lucid analysis. As India counts its votes, tune in to Firstpost. Catch our live coverage on June 4th on all our platforms. Also, the special edition of Vantage.